Long time no see, Christy. This is your super cute little sister, Kimmy here.
Kimmy? How did you find out what my new phone number is? I never once told you about even changing my phone number, did I?
That's very true. You did say that you cut ties to me a while back, so that sort of hinted at what you do, right? And since you didn't ever tell me your new number after that, I was very, very lonely.
You were lonely? How? You remember why I cut ties to you, right?
Honestly, I have no idea, Chrissy.
I'm sure you've had all kinds of situations like this that it's made it hard for you to tell which reason goes with what.
Maybe you cut ties to me because I'm cuter than you? Maybe you cut ties to me because I'm sexier than you? Maybe because your ex fell in love with me and then left you to come sleep with me?
Because you stole my ex from me thinking that it would be funny.
I never thought it would be funny. I had no other choice back then, okay? He was the one that fell in love with me first, and from there, I could do nothing about him.
But you continued to go out with him behind my back, never once telling me, your older sister, what was happening. And the reason why he even started to cheat on me with you in the first place was this. You would constantly go running and crying up to him, complaining about all these lies you made up about the past, where apparently I was this evil older sister and would hurt you both mentally and physically. Basically making yourself out to be this cute little victim of abuse that my ex jumped to help.
Women who cry really are the hardest thing for men to avoid, right? Especially when it's me, a really cute little girl with an amazing body.
Had it only been because of your looks that my ex went and jumped over to you, then I wouldn't be as upset about the past. That would have proved to me that you didn't mean to take his gaze and that it just happened naturally. But things didn't happen naturally, as you would constantly belittle me and make me look like the monster so that he would leave me for you. And that is something I will not forgive.
Well, I could have taken him with just my looks alone, you know.
So, why are you talking to me again? Why did you go through all that trouble of finding my new number? And could you tell me who gave you my new number? Because I told everyone not to tell you.
I asked Mom for it.
Damn it.
Mom has always been on my side ever since I was born.
I know that very well, Kimmy. So?
Well, Mom was kind enough to tell me. She also told me that you are going to get married as well. And just a little bit ago, your family and your fiance's family met, right? That's where Mom learned that your fiance is working for a massive company making lots of money.
Well, I'm not inviting you to my wedding because I do not regret cutting ties to you and will not be letting you back into my life.
I don't need you inviting me out to your wedding or anything. That's never going to happen anyway.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm going to marry your fiance for you. In other words, you won't be getting married and you will not be able to have that wedding anymore.
Are you trying to get your teeth kicked in? You and I are not close enough to be telling jokes like that to one another, so you better take that crap back right now.
Oh, I know. And I also know that you are still upset with me over your last boyfriend that I stole from you in high school, right? Are you really so pathetic that you can't get over one simple instance of being cheated on? How long ago was high school?
Plenty of things had led to this hate besides just that.
Anyway, Mom went ahead and showed me pictures that she took when she went out to meet his family. I should have gone to that meeting as well. I can see you all went out to a really fine restaurant to talk.
I would never invite you out to that.
But I'm going to have to meet him and his family at some point, especially since I'm going to become his wife.
Are you really looking to have all your teeth knocked out? Honestly, I wasn't even wanting to invite Mom to that dinner either, considering she spills everything out to you, her pretty little baby. I ended up inviting her hoping that she'd just keep things between us, but she went ahead and showed and told you everything, didn't she? I should have left her out as well.
It would kind of be a bit screwed up of you to only invite Dad out to have dinner with your fiancé and his family, right?
I'm surprised that someone like you knows how to use the phrase screwed up correctly.
Excuse me?
Anyhow, I'm going to get married, and you will have nothing to do with it as long as I'm still breathing. I'm really busy now getting everything ready, so leave me alone and stop it with those freaking comments about my fiancé. He is just as busy as I am, so don't even try getting in his way right now. He does not need you coming in trying to corrupt his heart.
I would never corrupt him. All I planned on doing was showing him an outright better woman. And as you know, I have Mom on my side in all of this, so your best bet is to just shut up and let me have that man as well from you.
No, thank you.
If you don't hand him over now, I'm going to do the exact same thing I did in high school and have to forcibly steal him from you, okay?
This is why I'm telling you to stay the hell away.
But I really want to get married now. And I want to get married to a man like that, who can afford to take everyone out to a fine restaurant on the salary he's making at that massive company. Which means that I'm going to have my way, no matter what you have to say about it. When I want something, I get it. That is all there is to it. Now that I'm wanting him, we need to get ready for our marriage. When we have a wedding planned out, I'll make sure to send you an invite.
Mom, you went and told Kimmy about how I'm getting married, as well as about the dinner we had and the man that my fiancé is, didn't you?
Why do you seem so upset by that, Christy? She is your little sister, so she has a right to know about all of it, right?
But you've known that ever since I graduated high school and left the house, that I have been staying away from her on purpose, right?
There is no reason for you to be cutting ties to your own little sister, though.
But you know the reason why I had to cut ties to her, and how that reason hurt me badly, right?
And that was back in high school, so you can get over it now. You were both young when it all happened. And it was just a boyfriend in high school that got stolen from you. Yet all you've done is cry and cry, whining about how she shouldn't have done that. The fact that you still hold that against her just goes to show how narrow-minded and cold of a woman you really are. That all happened when you were kids.
She also went around and made me look like a monster. Also, she would go into my room when I specifically told her to stay out of there. And do you know what she would do in there? She would take money from my purse to pay for her dates with my ex. She also took my favorite dress at the time that I bought with my birthday money and wore it out without my permission and got it all muddy and ruined it. There are plenty of other things that girl had done to me in the past that made my life worse, yet she never had to be punished for, right?
Well, you're her older sister, so it's your job to have to take care of your little sister, right?
And that's what you've always said. You never freaking bothered to step in and punish her for acting out like that, like a good mother would be doing, instead pushing all the blame on me.
Whatever happened that made you into such a small-minded brat? The fact that you guys have not been able to grow close has made me sad, all right? That little girl has the right to know about her older sister's marriage, and that's why I went and told her about it.
You know what? It's fine then. I don't care about the fact that you told her about my plans anymore, but you better not do anything else like that to me.
Tell me what that could be. What are you talking about?
Things that might cause trouble for my fiancé. Do not tell her any more about him and leave her out of this, please. He is not hers to have, so don't do anything that will make things complicated for everyone.
What's so wrong with that?
Excuse me?
Listen to what I think about this. I think that Kimmy is far more suited to become a wife than you.
What? What the hell was that?
I mean, she's far more cuter than you, right? And I want to see some stinking cute grandbabies as soon as possible. You are her older sister, so just give your fiancé to her so she can get married already.
What the actual frick are you saying? I would never ever do something as screwed up as that.
Your father and I are really getting up there in age, and that means we can't be around forever to take care of Kimmy's needs, right? I only say that because your father and I both know that she'll be around longer than the both of us. And once him and I are gone, and she finds herself in trouble, who's going to be there for her? You seem to really hate her, so you won't be there to help her when she asks, right?
Help her? Absolutely freaking not.
That's what I mean. And if that's the way you're going to think, then she needs a partner who can be there to help her. I would like to see her petite body in a cute wedding dress and some cute little grandbabies from her, which means I need you to give her your fiancé and let her get married.
That man is the man I'm marrying and nobody else.
Based on what happened to you in high school, there's no saying if you'll really be able to marry him or not.
Is that the kind of thing a mother should be saying to her daughter?
Your fiancé also happens to have a really good job right now with a very good salary. I think he would be far better off with a kid like Kimmy, especially since his face is decent.
I cannot believe what is happening. I always knew that you loved Kimmy more than me and would do anything for her, but this is how far you'll take things to try and ruin my life?
Well, I am her ally, and that means I will do anything to make sure she ends up happier than you. Which means you need to start by handing over your fiancé to your little sister, all right?
You can go ahead and do whatever you want to make Kimmy happy, but leave me and my fiancé out of it. Do you hear me? And if you do anything to him, and I mean anything, I won't be forgiving you anymore either.
I have two amazing things to tell you about. You there? Can you hear me? You didn't end up blocking me, did you?
Stop freaking calling me. I'm busy right now, so we'll talk later.
I knew that rather than going to some beach in the US, it would be better to go to one of the beautiful beaches of the Caribbean.
What?
Actually, I'm pregnant now, which means I'll be having a baby here soon. Which means that before my belly gets too big, I was thinking of taking my honeymoon. So right now, I'm out in the Caribbean.
You're pregnant? And you're in the Caribbean?
There is a lot I have to tell you about, which I'm sure has you panicking right now, right? I'm sure you're freaking out. The last thing I really needed to tell you is that with the help of Mom, I was able to steal your fiancé.
What the hell did you say?
And then after just a few days, he was able to get me pregnant. I was shocked by that myself, but I guess he wasn't using any birth control. Now that I have his baby inside me, that pretty much seals the deal that he is my man now. Wow, I'm really, really sorry about this one. Just like last time, I'm once again stealing someone precious from you. But there was no other option, right? I'm the one who is the most cute after all.
Are you really pregnant right now?
Yes, I am. Mom has been waiting a long time to see a baby from me, and this time I'm taking my baby and your fiancé on this honeymoon.
My husband is sitting right next to me, though.
What? What did you say?
I just said that my husband is sitting right next to me in this room.
Hold on a second. What do you mean, husband? Don't you mean your fiancé?
We handed in our papers to the courthouse, so now we're married.
You handed those in? I heard from Mom, though, that you didn't have plans to have your wedding until next month.
And what about that meant we couldn't get married before the wedding? Plenty of people do that, you know.
This is all too strange, though, because right now I'm with your fiancé on this trip in the Caribbean.
Who is that exactly?
He's the man who was in that photo Mom showed me of you guys at that dinner months back. He was sat right next to you.
But at this moment, my husband is sitting right next to me.
Look at this.
His older brother?
His older brother?
That man is my husband's older brother. Wait, does that mean the baby inside you right now is my husband's brother?
This isn't your fiancé's?
Wait, was the picture Mom showed you the one of me with my husband and his brother?
What do you mean?
That was a photo that my husband's brother wanted taken so that he could show his wife and kid that didn't come for the dinner.
His wife and kid? Wait, what the heck? What's going on here?
My brother-in-law is married and has a kid. His wife is also pregnant with her second child right now, and she will be having her second child a few days before our wedding. Kimmy, what have you been doing with that man who has a wife and 2 kids now?
No way. But I didn't know.
I'm not sure how you ended up meeting with my husband's brother like that, and why you both were able to start dating. But right now, what you're doing is something no woman should ever do.
But Mom was the one who gave me his number and told me to get married to him.
She did?
I thought that this was going to be your fiancé that I was talking with. Wait, what is going to happen to me now? He has a wife and 2 kids with her. That means before I can marry him, he's going to have to divorce her, right?
And before the divorce, make sure to pay that settlement to his wife.
Settlement?
The fact that he has 2 kids with her only furthers the amount you'll be paying. But what you did is one of the worst sins anyone can carry out.
You're joking, right?
This all happened because you wanted to steal my fiancé from me. And because of Mom's misunderstandings, they have now all become your misunderstandings. I never had any part in all of that, though, so I'm not going to stick around to help you.
Hold on a second. This was not the plan I had in mind. Christy! Christy, please help Kimmy out right now. You're her older sister, right?
I'm going to ignore you guys because it was you who chose to have her take my fiancé away from me and are now being faced with a settlement from my husband's brother's wife. Remember that I was going to be the victim had she taken my husband from me and gotten away with it, all right? So you really think I'm going to help her out?
Why would this be happening? I thought that the number I gave to Kimmy was that of your husband's and nobody else.
Mom, you've always been terrible at writing things down, so perhaps you just misread his phone number. Or this might have to do with the fact that during the dinner where you guys met with my husband's family, you were talking with his brother the whole time and asking him for all his information instead of my husband? I always thought what you were doing at the time was a little bit strange, but you are one of the craziest freaks I know, so...
No way. That girl is being asked to pay a massive settlement right now and is going through hell for it. She also happens to be pregnant with my grandbaby.
And what would you like me to do about that?
Help her.
How about you help her since you're her mother?
I don't have any more of your dad's money that I can use on this.
You don't have any more of Dad's money? Wait, does this mean you've been hiding from Dad this whole time the fact that you've been using his money to help Kimmy?
Well, all she's done is work part-time jobs, and at her age, she needs more money to be able to live, right? Your dad has thought this whole time that she'd gone to college and found herself a full-time company job. That's why I tried to make a situation which made it look like she was always going to school.
I see. I was kind of wondering why someone like Dad would allow his younger daughter, who has always hated studying, to go to the cheapest community college in town and still flunk out without punishing her. Really, he was just being lied to by you and Kimmy and has no idea about the truth.
If your dad finds out that she flunked out of community college and has been part-timing this whole time, he's going to make her give all the money she spent back, I'm sure.
She actually flunked out then? I was just hoping that was a joke. When did that happen?
I think it happened when she was in her second year there.
So then, what about the rest of the money Dad gave to her?
She told me she had to pay for other things, so I handed it to her to use on her place and for food.
I'm sure Dad is going to be pissed when he finds out that the money he thought was going towards her education has been going towards something else entirely.
Which means that I can't help Kimmy anymore with her problems because I cannot give her any more money.
And I don't have a penny that could be used to help her in any way.
Is that something the older sister of Kimmy would say? Are you telling me that what happens to her doesn't matter to you?
I think you should be more worried about yourself right now than what will happen with Kimmy, Mom.
What do you mean?
I'm with Dad right now as we're speaking.
What? Why?
I'm wanting him to give the speech at my wedding. And well, we just had him practice it a little bit ago. But when that finished, we decided to go out for lunch together. So we're eating now while we chat.
Hold on a second. You haven't told him anything about what happened with Kimmy and I, right? If you were to do something like that, you'd be spelling the end for both Kimmy and I.
You seem to be pretty content with the fact that both of you have been doing bad things together. So please explain yourself to Dad later. You are Kimmy's ally, right? Well, Dad just so happens to be mine.
You're lying, right? Hold on a second, Christy. Help me, Christy! Things are really screwed up now. What should I be doing right now?
Apologize to everyone you hurt from the bottom of your heart, and then pay off that settlement.
I have no way to pay this amount she's asked for. Also, I can't get in touch with him anymore. Did he throw me away? I am pregnant with his child right now and need him to stay by me.
I'm sure that since he's having to pay a hefty settlement and child support bill by himself, he will no longer have the money to pay for some bitch and her bastard child.
What? What are you saying, Christy?
That baby that you're carrying isn't even his baby, right? He never had any plans of having a serious relationship with you. So when you said that you were carrying his kid, I knew something was off. I mean, he was only going on that trip with you to the Caribbean for fun, not for anything more than that. But when he realized that you were pregnant with someone else's baby, he knew things were going to get crazy, and that's why he ran. He might be hoping that his wife will take him back at some point, and I don't blame him. From what my husband has told me, he's doing everything in his power to apologize to his wife right now.
How come you, of all people, know about the fact that this baby inside me isn't his baby?
Mom and Dad had to talk about it.
Mom and Dad did?
Right now, Mom and Dad are on the brink of getting a divorce. It seems that when Dad learned about how Mom had been giving you all that money, and it was not going towards school, and when he learned about how she was trying to get you to steal my fiancé, he snapped. But of course, getting divorced at a time like this is a real dagger to the heart for Mom, right? She's only ever been a housewife and has no money of her own. So after she realized that Dad was going to have his way with her in the divorce, she started to tell him everything about you.
What the hell? She told me that she was on my side. She told me that she would do everything for me.
From what Mom had told Dad, a while back you ended up getting pregnant with some guy you couldn't remember. And so you went to Mom asking for help. And the help that Mom offered you was that of coming and stealing my fiancé because she knew that you'd never be able to raise that kid on your own when you have it, right?
You know all about the plan now. It could have worked out for me too had you just given me your damn man like was planned.
That's not going to make me feel bad for you any. I like to think of all this was coming for you. Now, in order to not cause that baby to live a life of sadness, I suggest you change your heart right now and take full responsibility for everything you've done.
I will change my heart as long as you help me.
I told you, right? This all happened because of you, so take responsibility for it. I have no reason to be taking responsibility for something I had no part in.
I am being told by Dad now to give him all that money back since I dropped out of school. My whole life is going to end because of this. I was just thinking that I'd be getting married to a good-looking man with an excellent job and everything too.
I knew that a lot had happened, and that's why I wasn't going to block you just yet. But there's really no reason for me to continue talking with you. I'll just have Dad come to my wedding on the day of. I'm blocking you now, all right?
No, you're not. Who else am I supposed to go to for help if you block me?
How about your longtime ally mom?
I can't rely on her anymore.
She's been the one spoiling you this whole time though, right? I mean, I'm going to block you now, so you're going to have to rely on her. Now, I'll leave you with this one last thing before I go.
One last thing? Are you really going to block me? Hey, Christy?
That baby inside you only has you, so please start acting like an adult and don't do anything else that will bring great shame and suffering to its life. If you want things to change for the better, this is your only chance to make that happen. And right then and there, I blocked Kimmy's number and then deleted her contact info from my phone. After that, Kimmy was asked to pay off that settlement, as well as give back all the money she had used for my dad through our mom, and had to begin working full-time. As for my mom, she is now having to live in a separate house from my dad, as they move towards a divorce that cannot be avoided now. Since my mom is on her own now, she has chosen to go and live with Kimmy at her place, where they both work most of the day and will never see one another until nighttime. Those two never really had any experience working full-time before this, and so each and every day they are complaining that they have to work too hard and that they need a break. I'm sure that over time they will become used to living a life most adults have to live, or else they will end up bums on the side of the road.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Kevin, a package just arrived for you.
What package?
From that trendy new accessory boutique downtown.
But I didn't order anything from there.
Are you sure? It has your name on it.
Must be some mistake.
Thank you, Kevin. Oh, this is your White Day gift for me, right? Oh, I can't believe you got me something so wonderful.
Huh?
I was starting to worry you'd forgotten about White Day. Remember last year when I had to remind you 3 times? I love that you remembered White Day this year. Usually I have to remind you.
What makes you think it's for White Day?
Well, it's almost White Day, and you've been acting secretive lately. I just received the package. I was surprised when I saw who it was from. I never expected it to be from that boutique. Their bracelets are so popular right now. Everyone at work has been talking about their new collection. I did mention how much I liked their designs last month.
What? Did you open it without permission?
No, of course not. I know better than that. Though I have to admit, I'm really curious. I haven't opened the box yet because I want you to give it to me in person. I'll just leave it in the living room for now.
What do you mean, give it to you?
Well, isn't that the plan? To give it to me on White Day? I'm already excited thinking about it.
Don't mess with me.
What do you mean? I'm just happy you thought of me.
Don't just assume it's yours.
But who else would it be for? You never buy accessories.
Listen, that's not for you. Don't even touch the box again.
What do you mean it's not for me? You're acting really strange about this. Are you saying you ordered something for yourself? From a women's accessory boutique? Who else would you be giving something like this to?
It's, actually mine.
Since when do you wear bracelets?
You know, lots of modern accessories are pretty simple.
But this isn't that kind of store.
Even women's accessories can be pretty wearable for men.
Really? Since when are you interested in accessories? Last month you said my necklace was a waste of money. You always say jewelry is a waste of money. And besides, this boutique doesn't make that kind of design. They only make clearly feminine, cute designs.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. I've been following their collections. I follow all their social media accounts. They're known specifically for their feminine style. That's literally their brand identity. Who exactly are you planning to give this accessory to? It's from a popular boutique, and it's not exactly cheap. Their pieces start at $200. Who would you give such an accessory to besides your wife?
Why does it matter?
Because you're acting suspicious, and you never buy gifts like this.
It's just a thank you gift for someone who's helped me.
At work? But you've never given gifts to colleagues before, even when your secretary helped with that big project. Remember when she stayed late for 2 weeks straight? You just bought her a coffee gift card. That's exactly why I'm asking, who is this person who helped you? And why do they deserve such an expensive gift? Please don't tell me it's some young mistress.
What?
That all makes sense now. You've been acting strangely lately, coming home late, being secretive with your phone, always putting it face down. That boutique's accessories are especially popular with young girls. Did your mistress ask you to buy it for her? Did she pick it out herself?
Shut up! Stop making wild accusations without any proof! You're being paranoid! I can give presents to whoever I want, you ugly wife!
Ugly wife? You've never called me that before. In 3 years of marriage, even when we fight.
If only I had a prettier wife, then I might have given you an accessory or two, but don't talk about affairs when you can't even acknowledge how ugly you are!
Why are you being so cruel suddenly? You've never spoken to me like this before, all these years together, and now... Is this really about the package? Why do you have to say such cruel things? I just asked who the present was for.
I told you it doesn't matter who it's for! Why can't you just leave it alone?
Because you're acting suspicious. The Kevin I know would never buy expensive jewelry.
Stop being so persistent!
Of course I'm going to be persistent. This isn't like you at all. You're making it more suspicious by hiding it. Just tell me the truth. Plus, you've been cold to me lately, and you come home late. You barely look at me anymore. You're always on your phone. You're the one making your wife worried.
I told you I'm coming home late because of work!
Every single night, even on weekends.
The project is important, and now you're suspecting me of cheating!
What am I supposed to think? You won't even eat dinner with me anymore.
God, this makes me not want to come home at all!
So you'd rather be somewhere else? With someone else?
I don't even feel like preparing a White Day gift for a wife like you!
A wife like me? What's that supposed to mean?
Anyway, don't touch that package.
You still won't tell me who it's for?
I really prepared it for someone I work with.
Someone at work. Who exactly?
It has nothing to do with you, and stop with these unnecessary suspicions.
Fine, I won't touch your precious package. I hope whoever it's for appreciates it. I guess I was foolish to expect anything for White Day.
Well, come to think of it, you did give me chocolate on Valentine's Day.
Oh, you remember that? I spent 3 days making those.
Then I guess I can prepare something for you.
Really? You don't have to if you don't want to. Not if it's just out of obligation.
If you stop suspecting me and be a good girl.
A good girl? I'm your wife, not your child.
Look forward to White Day.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry for doubting you. Maybe I was overthinking things. I just miss how things used to be between us. Remember how we used to eat dinner together and watch movies on weekends?
Just trust me, everything will be fine.
I'll try. I really will. I love you, Kevin.
Yeah, whatever. Just don't touch that package.
Kevin, where are you? You haven't answered any of my calls. I just got home and something's wrong. Kevin, please answer me. What's going on, Kevin? I came back from work and all your things are gone from the house. Your closet is empty, all your clothes are gone, your toiletries are gone, even your favorite coffee mug is gone. Please don't tell me you've moved out on White Day of all days. Kevin, please answer me.
Oh, you haven't noticed yet?
Noticed what? What else is there to notice?
I left divorce papers in the entrance.
What did you say? Divorce papers? Is this some kind of a joke? On White Day of all days? You can't be serious.
It's my White Day present to you. How do you like it?
Stop joking around. This isn't funny, Kevin. After 3 years of marriage, you leave divorce papers as a White Day gift? I don't like it at all, and I don't understand. You said you'd get me something nice. You promised. Why did you leave divorce papers and move out? When did you even pack your things? Did I do something to make you want a divorce?
Just having you around made me want a divorce every day.
Every day? But you never said anything.
Having an ugly wife made every day painful.
What? After 3 years of marriage, you're saying I've been painful to live with all this time? Why didn't you say something sooner?
So I'm divorcing you.
Just like that? Without even talking about it?
And I've decided to marry my new girlfriend.
Girlfriend? So you were having an affair after all. I knew something was wrong. Even though you insisted you weren't cheating. You made me feel crazy for suspecting. You made me apologize for doubting you. All those late nights really were lies, every single one of them. I bet that accessory was for your mistress too. The one you said was for a colleague.
Yeah, I messed up the delivery settings.
So you admit it now?
It was supposed to be delivered to a convenience store near work, but thanks to having a stupid, ugly wife, I managed to cover it up pretty well.
So I was right all along, about everything. How awful. You made me feel like I was being paranoid. What happened to it being for someone who helped you at work? You lied so easily. It was just for your mistress.
Actually, that wasn't a lie.
What do you mean?
She really does help me at work.
You've been seeing someone from the office? Someone I might know? Wait, does that mean you were having an affair at work? Right under everyone's noses? What exactly have you been doing at the office?
Of course I'm working, but Michelle, who came in as a temp, was just so talented and cute.
Michelle? What, a temp named Michelle? I have a younger sister who's also a temp with the same name. Oh, this can't be. Please don't tell me your mistress is my sister. Please tell me it's a different Michelle, any other Michelle.
Actually, that's exactly it. I'm dating your sister, Michelle.
You're lying. This has to be a lie. My own sister wouldn't do this to me. It's bad enough that you're having an affair at work, but for it to be with my sister? The sister I helped raise?
Why would I lie about this?
Because you're cruel? Because you want to hurt me?
Anyway, just sign those divorce papers.
Just like that? After dropping this bomb?
And submit them to the city office this week.
You want me to submit them myself? After what you've done? After betraying me with my own sister?
Yes, make it quick.
You're unbelievable. You don't even feel guilty, do you?
Michelle and I want to start our new life together.
A new life? Built on betraying me?
The sooner you submit those papers, the better.
I can't believe either of you would do this to me, my husband and my sister, the two people I trusted most. Does Michelle know you're telling me this? Did you plan this together?
She'll contact you soon.
She's going to contact me? To say what exactly?
Just wait for her message.
Hey sis, got a minute to chat? I guess Kevin told you everything? Hey, surprised? You probably never thought I'd be Kevin's girlfriend, did you? How could you do this? To your own sister? After everything we've been through together, surprised doesn't begin to cover it. How long have you been dating? Were you laughing at me behind my back? And I didn't even know you were working at the same company. You never mentioned it once. It must be God's will. Kevin and I must be connected by the red string of fate. God's will to betray your sister? It was truly a destined meeting. My new temp assignment starting in spring turned out to be at Kevin's company. Not only that, but I was assigned to the same department as his sales assistant. What are the chances? You knew he was my husband. You could have requested a transfer. So we were together at work from morning till night. Kevin's so handsome and he looks so sexy in his suit at work. How could anyone not fall for him? Are you kidding me? I iron those suit shirts every day, every single one. I pick them up from the cleaners, I make sure they're perfect, and you had the nerve to have an affair with Kevin while I was doing all of this. I never thought I had such a foolish sister. Hey, don't blame me. You're making it sound one-sided. Yes, I'm wrong for making a move, but he is equally guilty for going along with it. He wasn't happy with you anyway. But it's only natural he'd switch to me when he has such an ugly wife. What did you say? My own sister. You heard me. Well, I'm younger and prettier. Everyone knows it. Unlike my ugly sister, I've lived a life of being beautiful and popular. Always have been, always will be. It's actually surprising that someone like you managed to marry Kevin. He's way out of your league. What kind of dirt did you have on him? What do you mean dirt? Are you suggesting I blackmailed him? Your own sister? Come on, be honest with me. We both know the truth. Well, there's no other way Kevin would marry an ugly sister like you. You've always been ugly, but crazy about handsome guys. Remember how you used to collect all those idol magazines? But I never thought you'd go so far as to blackmail one into marriage. But now he's saying he can't take being with you anymore. I never did anything like that. Like you said, I've always been into good-looking guys. That's no secret. And I just persistently pursued him until we started dating. I worked hard to get his attention. Then we finally got married. I was happy every day, but now our marriage is ending like this. Kevin always said that he only married you out of compromise because you were so devoted to him. You were basically a stalker. But living with an ugly person every day is just too much for him. No way. All those moments. I thought that he had at least started to care about me a little. Too bad. He was just tolerating you. He turned to me, young and beautiful, someone who actually matches his level. Kevin's going to leave you, the house, and his company to marry me. Leave the house and company? What do you mean? Are you two planning to elope? Of course we are. We've got it all planned out. Well, stealing a husband from my sister would look pretty bad. The gossip would be terrible. But I'm sure we'll find new jobs and a home quickly. After all, society is kind to beautiful couples, unlike ugly people like you. I never thought you two loved each other enough to elope, to give up everything. So, ugly wife, please sign those divorce papers. Make it quick and clean. He's saying he prefers beautiful me over his ugly sister. Just forget about your handsome husband. He was never meant for you anyway. Really? I'm so lucky. Huh? What did you say? I can't believe I get to divorce at this perfect timing. The timing couldn't be better. I was shocked by everything, but I'm going to look forward and live my life now. Actually, this is a huge chance sent from heaven. Of course, I'll submit those divorce papers right away, so you two be happy together. Thank you for making this so easy for me. Wait, what's happening? What do you mean lucky? This isn't how you're supposed to react. Why are you so happy when you've been dumped so pathetically by your husband and your own sister? You were so desperate to marry him, weren't you? You chased after him like crazy. Did you actually want a divorce? This doesn't make sense. Well, it's not that I wanted a divorce, but I was really struggling with a choice between Kevin and my career. So the timing is just perfect. Huh? Career? What career? Actually, the company is launching a new men's magazine, a really high-end one, and they've asked me to be in charge of it. The whole thing. Apparently, my love for handsome men and high research abilities have caught the attention of upper management. They've been watching my work. A men's magazine? What kind of magazine? The kind with celebrity interviews, photo shoots with models, fashion spreads with actors. So you'll be working with handsome models and actors? Like actually meeting them? That's right, every single day. Oh, I was so excited I actually fainted when they told me. The most handsome men in the industry. That's like the perfect job for my sister who loves handsome men. But wait. But taking that job would mean some really intense work days, late nights at photo shoots, weekend interviews, travel for coverage. It would be trouble to maintain our married life alongside it. Really? Is that so? I'm partially to blame for being too devoted, but Kevin really never helps with housework. Not once in 3 years, even when I'm sick. No matter how much I ask, he absolutely refuses to do any chores. He won't even make his own coffee. He always says, serving your handsome husband is your joy, isn't it? No way. So I was worried about turning down this amazing opportunity, the chance of a lifetime. It would be too much to handle work, housework, and taking care of Kevin. Something would have to give. To think that you, of all people, would consider turning down a chance at a handsome guy paradise? You've always been obsessed with handsome men. That's why this is perfect timing. You two eloping and getting married, my divorce from Kevin. Now I can focus completely on my work, on all those handsome celebrities. Even so, isn't your recovery too quick? We just told you about the affair. Don't you have any lingering feelings for Kevin? Not at all. What? After all, he's just a regular handsome guy, nothing special, really. Compared to celebrities with their tiny faces, porcelain skin, and that dazzling beauty, Kevin is just a weed. A weed? How dare you call him that? So don't worry about me. I've got bigger and better things ahead. I'll submit the divorce papers right away, first thing tomorrow morning. And I'm going to live my life happily with real handsome men. So you two should live happily as husband and wife too. Two weeds in a garden. This is so annoying. This isn't how it was supposed to go. I thought you'd cry and be miserable after Kevin dumped you. I was looking forward to laughing at such an ugly woman, watching you suffer, breaking down. If a handsome man would be happy to see me cry, I'd cry as much as they want. I'd cry oceans for a real celebrity. But there's no point in crying for a couple of weeds. I might as well sprinkle some salt water and wither them instead. A couple of weeds? You keep calling us weeds! If you want to make me cry, bring an ultra premium level handsome man. Someone actually worth crying over. A real celebrity. If you can't do that, just shut up and elope, you tasteless husband-stealing couple.
Hey, Sarah! Michelle just told me everything, all the things you said. Is it true that you're happy about divorcing me? That you called me a weed?
Yeah, every word of it. Thanks to you, I can focus on my new job. Thank you, it's the best White Day present ever. Better than any bracelet.
Stop joking around! This isn't funny anymore! You've got to be kidding! Why are you so happy? This isn't the reaction I expected! You've been dumped by the husband you were so in love with! Normally you'd be crying and sad, begging me to stay! You should be contacting me, begging to come back, asking for reconciliation!
Why would I do that? Beg for a weed? I don't need to reconcile at all. Rather, please don't interfere with my precious work with handsome celebrities. I've got photo shoots to plan, interviews to schedule. Divorcing you has opened the best door of my life.
What about all those times you said you loved me? That you were lucky to have such a handsome husband? You used to stare at me for hours. What's going on? Getting all excited despite being betrayed. This isn't normal. You used to look at my face up close every day. You always said looking at my face was a feast for your eyes. Remember all those photos you took of me? Now you'll never see my face again.
That's fine. More than fine, actually. I'll get my eye candy at work from now on. Real eye candy. Actually, having handsome people both at work and at home would strain my eyes. I'd rather not have any handsome men at home, especially not mediocre ones.
What? You can't mean that! After all those years of devotion, all those lunches you packed, all those shirts you ironed!
So feel free to be happy with Michelle. She can iron your shirts now. But make sure you pay the settlement money first, before you elope.
Huh? Settlement money?
Of course, for the affair and emotional damages.
Yeah, but I'm handsome. Do I still have to pay settlement money?
Huh? Being handsome doesn't exempt you from the consequences. Did you think it would?
You can't possibly demand settlement money from a man you loved so much. After all those love letters, you loved my face, so you wouldn't do anything to make me sad, right? Right?
No, I don't love you anymore. Your face isn't worth it. Even a handsome man who easily betrays people is out of the question. Actually, being handsome makes it more annoying. I don't even want to see your face anymore. It's not special at all.
Huh? But you always said you loved my face. You've always forgiven things because of my face. Like when I forgot your birthday or our anniversary.
But a mere face isn't enough for forgiveness anymore. Not for this level of betrayal. So please, take care of the settlement payment before you two run off together.
This isn't how it's supposed to go. This wasn't the plan. You're supposed to be devastated.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I have bigger things to worry about, like my first celebrity interview next week.
What happened to the Sarah who would do anything for a handsome face? The one who followed me around at work, who waited hours just to have lunch with me?
She got a better job with better-looking men. Much better-looking, actually, successful men.
You're really choosing your career over me, over this face?
I'm choosing everything over you. The career, the celebrities, and my dignity. All of it's better than you.
But Michelle said you'd be crushed, that you'd beg me to stay, that you couldn't live without my face.
Well, Michelle was wrong. You both were. Now, about that settlement money. Sarah, we need to talk about the settlement money. This makes no sense. Why do I have to pay settlement money too? We're family, aren't we, sis? Can't you let it go? Family? You want to talk about family now? Family has nothing to do with it. Actually, I don't even want to think of you as family anymore. Just hurry up and pay what you owe. You're being unreasonable. Where would I get that kind of money? Even if you say that, I don't have that kind of money. I'm just a temp. If you don't have money, make some. Work harder. Get better jobs. You're a beautiful couple who won't have trouble finding work, right? Isn't that what you said? Society is kind to beautiful couples. So hurry up and find jobs and earn the settlement money. But we already have a plan. We're going somewhere far away where no one knows us. By the way, don't think you can avoid payment by eloping. I know exactly where you are. Right now, at this exact moment. In fact, both our parents should be arriving there about now. What? That's impossible. You're bluffing. How do you know where we are? We didn't tell anyone where we were going. We were so careful. Actually, I installed a GPS app on Kevin's phone a long time ago when we were first married. What? You secretly installed something like that on his phone? That's stalking. How rude. I didn't install it secretly. I properly got Kevin's permission. He just completely forgot about it, like he forgets everything else. Really? Kevin never mentioned this. Is this true? Back then, I was head over heels for Kevin. I thought it was a dream that I got such a handsome husband. So I got his permission and installed the GPS app. He thought it was cute how devoted I was. Then I would stare at the app while waiting for him at home, thinking, wow, a handsome man is really coming to my house. You're like a serious stalker. This is crazy. Oh, I got a message from our parents. Looks like they'll be meeting up with you soon, in about 2 minutes. What? You're bluffing. You're at a cafe near Town Square Station right now, aren't you? Everyone can talk things over there. It's true. Oh God, it's true. They know we're at the station cafe. How could you do this to us? I don't want to see your faces anymore, so just give the settlement money to our parents. They'll handle everything. Well then, good luck with the talk. Society might be kind to beautiful couples, but parents are strict with their children, especially when they betray family. Wait, Sarah, please don't do this. Call them off. You can't do this to us. I'm not doing anything. You did this to yourselves. All by yourselves. But sending our parents after us, that's too cruel. Think of it as a family reunion, one last time, before you run away together. They're here. I can see them walking in. Mom looks so angry. Dad, too. Perfect timing. Have a nice chat about family values, about loyalty and betrayal. Sarah, please stop them. We can talk about this. Goodbye, dear sister. Say hi to Kevin for me. Enjoy your new life together, if you can afford it. After that, both parents immediately showed up where Michelle and Kevin were, and a discussion was held on the spot. They were caught right in the middle of planning their grand escape. They had their bags packed and everything, train tickets to their new life. After being made to confess everything about how the affair started in their elopement plans, they were taken to a loan office with both sets of parents. They had to explain every detail, every lie they told, and every betrayal. The parents were particularly furious about their planned elopement without considering the consequences, about throwing away their jobs, about abandoning their responsibilities. There, they were made to borrow $30,000 as my settlement payment on the spot. Their parents declared, "Now you two can go wherever you want. However, neither of our homes will ever be a place for you again," effectively disowning them. They made their choice. From what I hear through mutual friends, they're still in New York, working minimum wage jobs while living in a tiny apartment. They seem to be working hard to repay their debt in New York, but apparently they're caught in an endless cycle. Getting tired of their repayment life, one of them cheating, getting caught, and creating more drama. The beautiful couple isn't so beautiful anymore. Last I heard, Michelle caught Kevin with another temp worker. History repeats itself. And Kevin caught Michelle with her new boss. But they can't afford to divorce because of their shared debt. They're stuck together. Karma really is interesting, isn't it? As for me, I'm having so much fun at my new job that I spend every day crying tears of joy while gazing upon handsome men. Real celebrities and real models. Who knew my obsession with handsome men would lead to such a wonderful career? Thank you, Kevin and Michelle, for giving me the push I needed to pursue my dreams. Sometimes the best White Day gift is an unexpected one.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.